Would you use a saw to cut your bread? I mean, that might depend on how your bread making skills developed over lockdown. But either way, I think we can all agree this isn't the right tool for the job. So let's try another example. Would you use a document management system to manage your legal transaction? I mean, you could, but to me, it's another example of a tool that isn't right for the job. And let's talk about why. Now, fundamentally, document management systems are isolated. I like to think of them like islands, except islands that don't allow visitors and whose only way of collaborating with other islands is by email. And with the number of documents and participants in a transaction, it's not long before this horrible web of email starts to ensure, where the simple thing, such as finding the latest version, is extremely difficult. And the second problem is that they lack useful document data. They tell you who created the document, but not who's signing it. They tell you when the document was created, but not who is currently reviewing it. And that work, the work of actually managing the transaction, is usually left to a Word document, a little bit like this one on screen. But it's another example of a tool that isn't right for the job. It can't store or manage documents, and as a document, it's subject to the same tangled web of emails and that game of find the latest version. So if you've ever seen a transaction managed like this, in effect, you're trying to solve the problem with the problem. And at Legatics, our solution is to connect the islands. And we do that by letting lawyers create digital lists. These could be documents lists, checklists, steps plans. And once created, these lists act as a central source of truth for the transaction. Everyone can come, upload documents, find the latest version in a click, see all the documents and actions that are happening in different parts of the transaction, who's signing them, who's responsible for them, what are the comments, what's the current status of these documents. All of this is available in real time and always live and updated. Now, we built Legatics for lawyers. So, of course, you can do list management, document management, manage your signings, manage your closing sets, but I think that we always found painful as lawyers was creating these lists in the first place. Now, our import tool shown on screen makes this process so much easier. A lawyer needs to simply just copy and paste the text from their legal agreement. Now, this could be the schedule in your sale and purchase agreement containing all of the completion obligations. Paste this into our tool, and it will use artificial intelligence to identify the headers, the subheaders. It will split each clause out into individual rows. The lawyer can then do some quick editing, press import, and in a matter of minutes, not hours, a list is set up for everyone to start collaborating on. But it's not just lawyers that benefit from using Legatics. Everyone in the transaction benefits. And this is whether you're the client, a third-party advisor, or simply a really busy partner trying to understand where your deal is up to. Everyone in the transaction benefits from greater deal transparency, fewer emails and calls, a reduced risk of error, and just overall an improved transaction experience. And these are just some of the benefits that you get when you use the right tool for the job. If you'd like to learn more, come visit us at our stand or book a demo at legatics.com. Thank you very much.